Oh my God, 28.
Bada bing.
And bada boom.
Hi. Hello. How art thou?
Hello, darling.
No, welcome back, y'all. Another episode of Soul Palate, baby. I'm Kapri.
And I'm Dee.
Yes, and we're here to taste spirits, normalizing the black and brown palate, talk about our engagement with the world, things going on around us, things going on TV, and just, have a good time.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
Like shit. Okay, so have you seen this?
I saw you post it and I haven't seen
Bitch,
it.
okay, I better play it because I have to.
Okay.
It makes me so happy in life. It just gives me, okay.
Please pass the lemon juice, please. Hurry up. Please, lemon juice. Let me say this. Girls.
It trips me out so
Love
much.
yourself, no? Love yourself, no, girl. Hello. Love yourself, no? I'm only gonna say this one time and one time, blood clot only. Please, love yourself now. We see it on the Instagram called Sharon.
It's fucking bleach. Why is she pouring bleach like this?
Just slim down. You look disgusting, girl. Go back to the doctor, please. I don't like it. I don't like the new you. I like the old you. Sorry. I don't like the new you. I like the old you. Sharon, pass the line just now, please. Hurry up.
Hey, bruh, my bad. Oh, God.
You don't have to love yourself now. You don't have to love yourself now. It can get scary now. It can get ridiculous now. Literally. Happy sure go on. You don't see yourself, girl? You don't see yourself? You don't laugh. You don't see yourself.
She can't even contain that shit her damn self.
Sharon, please pass me the lemon juice.
It was lemon, then it was lime, then it was lemon.
And then it went back to lemon.
What is it? Okay, so what's going on?
Let that whole shit play. Oh my God. The funniest shit ever. It made my whole weekend.
So who is that? What's going on?
So that's Pretty V. Oh, you don't know Pretty V is? Okay. So she's a comedian.
Okay.
I think she got started on Instagram, but she's also been a regular on Wild 'N Out for like years now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
She's got a Bel Air collab with who owns Bel Air? Rick Ross.
Okay.
And a Wingstop deal or something like that. Like, she's out here doing things.
Yeah.
She's got a line at City Trends and shit, but she
Nice.
started, the base of it is comedy.
Right.
She's a fucking fool.
That's hilarious.
So this is one of her many characters that she does.
Yeah.
Like, she's got this new contest she's created called V's House, and where all of her different characters come together. So she's a fucking fool.
Okay, I
needless
need
to say,
to-
but she's
yeah.
hilarious. It's definitely worth following. I
Yeah,
follow her on my personal page because she just gives me so much life.
I definitely need to
sometimes.
follow for sure.
Oh God, that shit was so fun to me. I watched that like every day this weekend.
I don't think there's an episode where I haven't spilled something on myself.
Yourself.
Just staying spilling stuff on myself.
Oh damn.
See yourself. I can't do no accents. I will never try ever in life. Like,
You don't do accents. You know what? I've never heard you try to do an accent
because
ever.
I can't.
That's funny.
I
as fuck.
literally
I've never even
cannot.
thought about it.
I'll try and like then I'm literally as I'm trying, I'm like, I don't know why I'm even trying to do this. Like, I feel the awkwardness just setting in. I don't feel
It's like when you
awkward
try
a lot.
accent, does it sound like it could be three other
It
accents?
sounds like nothing, actually. It just sounds dumb. So I just completely ixnayed altogether, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here in this lane. But when I talk to people are always like, "Where are you from?" Some people say I sound like I'm from the South. Some people say I sound like I'm from up north. Some people say I sound like I'm from Midwest. I'm just like, well, I lived in all these places, so I don't know.
I don't know. If you do give Midwest, I don't catch it.
Yeah.
It's certain things you say, it might sound like a little like you could have spent time in the South.
Yeah.
But for me, you sound mostly Northeastern. You could be anywhere on that spectrum above the Mason-Dixon, for real.
I never
But
really
yeah,
thought
I've never
about it.
pointed it to be like, 'cause it's not giving Boston.
Yeah.
It's not giving, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like anything
That's
super, like,
If something
clear
influenced
to a
me in my
specific
life,
place.
like it'll probably come out. Like I know that when I used to spend a lot of time at
know that
Caribbean
little Philly
parties,
comes out.
yeah, oh, I love Philly.
because you say John. And I'm like, where did she get this from?
My ex.
Where did you live in Philly? Okay.
I had an ex from Philly, and I thought John was amazing. I love those words. I love that word. What you mean? That John right there? Yeah, absolutely.
That John.
Like, yeah,
That just sounds so
it
funny.
comes out like shit.
It does.
And in college, I spent a lot of time at Caribbean parties, and like I loved soca, I loved, dance hall and all that stuff. So I would, like, when I got drunk, people would be like, "Where are you from?" Like I somehow sounded like I was from some Caribbean island. I am not. I'm out here, American and black as fuck. Okay,
and just well traveled. Okay.
But like, I mean, at that time, I wasn't like,
I was
just around the motherfuckers all the time. It was crazy. It's so funny, but yeah. So I think that's hilarious, and I think that people that get to do accents are so talented.
Yeah, I was gonna say her big accent's fucking great. She's also from Miami though, so she's surrounded by West Indian people everywhere. I don't know what her actual ethnicity is in terms of her family, but fucking accent's hilarious.
Yo.
Fucking character's hilarious.
Yeah,
I just had to start the pod with that little kiki because I've been giggling at that shit all weekend.
No, for real though.
It's giving comic relief.
Well, y'all, we're doing another box.
Yes. We're back with another Eaves Blind Box. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're making it a series. We are on the green box today.
Yes. So this is the third of what? There's 4,
yes,
right?
Yes, it is. Third of the fourth. So.
Yes. So at the end, like we did for the previous 2, we'll tell you what distilleries these were from.
Yes.
And same as the previous 2, the larger bottles that you will see in the video if you're watching on YouTube are the blends, and then the 2 smaller black bottles are the single barrels, and then of course the clear is water.
Yes.
So yeah, first we sip.
Let's do it.
So excited. Okay, so these are back to being a little young. Last episode with Al, they were a little older.
Yeah.
This one is 2.2 years minimum.
Okay.
And then, what does that say? 57 ABV?
Yes.
So, 114 proof.
This one smells a little bit like glue to me.
Is that what that is? Because obviously it's giving something white.
Yeah.
But I couldn't pinpoint what exactly. Because it's something soft, but like... Not soft like flour soft.
Yeah.
And it's not like extra chemically either, so I can see how glue would be interesting.
But also kind of I think allergies is finally catching up with me, y'all, so I'm doing okay here. Not as clear as I usually am.
I'm getting a little undercurrent of fruit, but it's not like jumping out at me.
Maybe some kind of like corn chip?
I could see that, like a Frito, but not processed.
Yeah.
Frito minus the process. Whatever that smells like, because I don't even know what that version looks like.
Homemade corn chips, maybe.
Homemade corn chips.
I don't know if you guys...
Marianne, I don't... Sorry if these notes are like super fucking random compared to what you got for me. Because glue and unprocessed corn chips sounds wild.
But it doesn't sound bad. Like, I'm still going to taste it.
I was going to say, it's not like turning me off. It's just interesting. That's how Blake said he edits my tasty notes because sometimes they're just too out there. And then he's like stuff like jalapeno skins. He was like, I don't know if our customers are going to want to buy it if we tell them that it tastes like jalapeno skins.
I mean, but that's what we're giving.
I'm telling him that's a note among the other notes. If that's what it's giving, it's what it's giving. They don't have to. If you're drinking whiskey, you know it's not literal, like you're literally biting into a jalapeno. Like, come on now. If they're adventurous drinkers, like, this is what we do. Exactly. It's giving vegetal. It's giving skins. It's also giving spice. Work with us here, Sealbox customers. I promise you, I will not steer you wrong on the tasting notes.
But I think, now that I said corn chip, I can't get it out of my hand, so...
No, corn chip's definitely there. Yeah. It's just not giving all the salt and extra shit.
Yeah.
It's giving the base makings of a corn chip. There we go.
Which makes sense. It's whiskey, probably corn base.
Mm-hmm.
If it's bourbon,
so yeah. There's that. Way more on the palate than there was on the nose. Interesting.
This is tasty.
It's good. I already know I want water with it.
I mean, for me, peppermint and the finish.
Yes. Not spearmint? It seems like a sweeter mint to me. I definitely get mint. But peppermint just gives me like more of a chili as in cold, like drier kind of mint, if that makes sense. Whereas spearmint gets a little bit sweeter, but still got that menthol. It's still got like I also bite on both leaves.
Yeah, I think it could be both. Maybe a little honey. Or something, some kind of like syrup of some sort.
Definitely give some type of syrup.
And I think a little bit of chocolate in the first when it first hits my palate. It's tasty.
It's definitely tasty. That mint sits in the back.
It does, right?
That finish is long and minty, y'all.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening here.
Yeah.
It's waxy.
Yes. Almost a little numbing. It's numbing the top of my mouth. That makes any sense.
Yep. The back of my tongue is a little numb, and the top of my mouth.
So with some water, now it smells like cornbread. To me.
Yeah. A little buttery.
A little buttery.
Yep. Ooh, I could go for a cornbread muffin, child. Oh my God. That sounds great.
I'm going to stick with honey. I'm going to say honeycomb.
Okay.
And yeah, there's different types of mint happening, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is interesting. Okay, I see where you was going with this, Marianne. I see where you was going with this.
That's tasty. That's really tasty, actually.
Almost judge a pour by its smell. How do I know better than that?
Really, really good, actually.
Yeah. That's delish.
I have cornbread. I don't have corn muffins, so I can give you some if you want.
Ooh, I would love a piece of cornbread.
Some Wegmans cornbread.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Wegmans.
Shout out to Wegmans, y'all.
We need a sponsorship. You just got a free one.
Yeah.
Okay.
For real, though.
Gotta stop mentioning y'all motherfuckers by name.
I know. Supposedly that's how we're supposed to make our money, so.
I know. We're figuring it out, y'all. We're figuring it out. But speaking of figuring it out, we are going to do our Sherry episode. Sincere, just want to throw that out there to you.
Oh, I think we told her, though.
Did we? Did we say it was going to be in July? Okay.
Yes, at Tails.
It will be in July, so be patient with us, but it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. We swear.
We didn't forget.
We swear. It's happening. We made it special.
I'm so excited about Tails.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
So excited.
It's going to be a great time, and I think that, I think it's going to be really great for the industry. I think it's going to be great for Black and Brown community in the industry. Like, I think there's a lot of big events that are Black and Brown. A lot of speakers are going to be Black and Brown, and so I think Tails is going to be great. We're going back to BCB, y'all.
I haven't been in at least 3. This would be 3 years this year since I've been back.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Very interesting.
We'll be working a table potentially this year.
Yeah,
though,
we'll be working a table.
Nice.
A booth, as they
not
say.
Table, booth.
A booth. Shout out to Westward for that. And then I think we should take our mics. We have a nice, clean space.
True. We really do.
Yeah,
why
that
not?
could be really nice. We can wake up
a nice
early.
bonus episode.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
See if somebody wants to be on with us while we're out there.
We should do this is where we should get some good. This summer we got to focus on getting good, like, real content.
Yes, absolutely.
Do, like, reels and stuff like that.
I definitely want to Megan Thee Style.
Yeah, something like that. We do our, like, voiceover type
so
shit.
Here we were, and girl, did you see that bitch in the background looking at us? Yeah. Anyway, so we're out here flying. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm trying to get excited about creating content, child. So I do like reels a lot. Yes. So I'm gonna get more into those.
Yeah.
And did I already tell you I secured my little. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this account now, but I made sure that I still have Distilled on TikTok just in case.
Okay.
Just to make sure I have it.
Good job.
I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. It looks like a lot. Like, the second you open it, it's a video bam in your face. That's a lot. It feels really aggressive.
It's too much for me.
It's a lot. Then you have to scroll and you just scroll to another video. That's a lot.
Just your account? Like, is there a page where no videos are happening?
No, not to my knowledge. Like, I thought maybe I could it'll just open to, like, my profile. So
yeah.
I don't know. It opens straight to random videos I never asked to see. So, I don't know about that one.
Is too.
That algorithm is aggressive.
That's too much.
It's too fucking much.
Yeah. Well, good job and good luck with that. Let me know if you figure it out. I'm not going to do it.
It's going to be spiritual related.
It's going to be.
It's not going to be.
It's only one of those that I'm skipping. I'm skipping that.
If I do anything.
Because
I've been seeing a lot of people do, like, reviews and stuff on there and that type of stuff. So, like, that might be a good platform for something like that. So we'll see.
I mean, it's something given kind of like video Reddit almost.
Yes. And Reddit people are very like engaged.
Yeah, they really are.
TikTok people are just as engaged.
Kind of gotta find. I would blame Tumblr for all this though, because Tumblr definitely was like the first.
Fucking love Tumblr.
Tumblr was amazing.
My Tumblr used to be so great.
My Tumblr was also great, and where I thought I was like,
great,
I thought I was artistic,
pages.
you know.
Very much so. It was like
Etsy.
Your digital like diary essentially. But instead of writing out your own feelings, you're just reposting stuff that you relate to.
Yeah, exactly. Mine was anime, sex, and drinks. It was great.
I was gonna say, mine was a lot of poetry, a lot of photography, and sex stuff.
Yeah, sex.
There's a lot of sex on Tumblr.
It was, but
there's a lot. It was displayed beautifully though. It wasn't like ratchet, like just people fucking. Like it wasn't that. No. It was just a lot of nudity, a lot of openness in that way, which was great.
I agree.
People wasn't really doing that on MySpace and all that.
No,
so
at least not.
There was a dark segment. I was gonna say there's a dark segment of MySpace that I think exists now because MySpace still exists.
It does,
and apparently still gets used by people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to log into my MySpace at this point if I tried. Like I don't even know
the email I use no longer can touch. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even exactly. I don't know what email's even attached to that point. I had like a Hotmail email.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like vintage.
AOL maybe, I don't know.
Throwback joint. That wasn't even that long ago, sad to say. That really wasn't that long ago. In the grand scheme of technology's existence.
Like, over 10 years.
Over 10 years. Yeah. But 10 years is a long time.
No, but you know, once you hit a decade, kind of. You know.
Yeah, kind of. Once you can call it a decade,
you know.
I guess that's a while ago.
Right. Like 5 years doesn't have a name.
No.
So once you like
a half decade?
Half decade, yeah.
Does anyone say half decade?
No.
No. Quarter decade? What's a
quarter of a decade?
2.5 years. No one says that.
No one says that.
No one fucking says that.
It's kind of like when parents have babies and they like be just naming the like months, like 15 months, 18 months. Like
why not just say
we're closing
here? Okay, at 15 months, they're still a year.
Let's just wait till they're 2. They're 1.
Exactly. Like, let's not.
It doesn't matter.
A year and a half.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We're not saying 21
2 and a half doesn't even matter. The halves really don't matter.
They don't. They're 1.
Like,
they're 2.
Like,
then they're 18.
Basically. It's like they're a teen, then they're 18, and then they're 21.
And then
everything in between doesn't fucking matter. It's all a blur.
It's all a blur. It really is for everybody. Literally everyone.
Everyone involved.
Everyone involved around them. It's a blur. It was a blur for us. It's a blur for you. It's a blur for
God, that's fucking hilarious.
But have you been feeling that time has been going a lot faster? Like
I've
just
been feeling
fast.
like time has been going fast as fuck since like 2019.
Yeah.
I feel like the past 3 years have gone by really fast.
To
2020 definitely like made time weird because for a while we were barely keeping track of time.
Yeah.
But the whole entirety of the 3 years for me has just felt fast.
To feel that like 2020 is almost 2.5 years from now. Talk about 2.5, but like you know, like I'm always like, wow, like we're out of that. Like I think my brain is still kind of like
we're technically 2 years removed from.
I think it's still damaged.
Shutdown. Well, yeah.
From that, I'm like, I feel like we're still in 2020, yet we're so like we're about to be 3 years away from it.
So for sure. Crazy. We're still feeling all the residuals of it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, masks are still a thing, even though it's now like your choice and all that, but. It's still very much a thing. I don't think COVID is necessarily like while people are talking about it less, people in like the media basically talking about it less. It's still very much a thing. Like I know I haven't fucking forgotten about it. I'm damn sure not trying to be in large crowds and all that still. Like,
right.
I've been a little more liberal with like walking through restaurants and stuff like that. If I don't have to have it on, typically I don't have it on. Just going from the bathroom to my fucking seat and shit. Like, but I'm still very much hyper aware and like not getting in people's face and doing all those things and that type of stuff. So absolutely. I think it's still like everybody's having a bodily reaction still to everything that's happened.
Yeah.
And people have lost people during COVID, and that's been 2020 and 2021.
Yeah. And
are still feeling that. So it's like still very much present, but it's kind of hard to forget 2020 at this point.
Oh, never forget. Oh my God. Talking about never forgetting. People have been resending to me one finger in the butt. Hand on front, hand on neck.
They said, "Don't call me white girl joy."
Really? Like, why are you being weird to me?
I listened to her podcast. She's fucking hilarious.
Oh, no, she has a podcast?
Yes.
Oh,
Don't Call Me White Girl podcast.
Oh, my
Breakbeat Media.
Oh my God.
Also need a sponsorship. Hello. Thank you.
That sounds
Plug it on,
amazing.
you
Send that one to me.
It's fucking great. Yes, I will send it to you.
That's amazing.
Damone is funny as hell.
I love that.
She is a whole fool, and I love it. She just talks about life, what's happening in the moment, like hot topics and stuff in the media, whatever. But just her regular comedic, funny self.
That's awesome.
No, it's great. It's fucking great. She be talking about real shit.
Yeah, I need to listen to that. That's great.
And her Philly accent so fucking heavy. Bruh. That shit makes it so much better. Oh my God. The whole packaging is just great.
We should just go to Philly for no reason.
We should absolutely go to Philly.
Especially now it's warm.
Mm-hmm. You know what? And I haven't done hot weather in Philly.
Me neither,
I've only
actually.
been when it's cold.
And I still have a great time. So I don't know.
I'm definitely down for a hot girl moment in Philly.
Yeah.
I'm traveling every fucking month up through September.
Great. Where you
Don't
going this
know how
month?
that happened. I'm not. This is the only month I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying my ass in the house.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm staying in the motherfucking house in May because I did a lot in April. About to be doing. And then it's just BCB next month. But then there's Tales in July. Mm-hmm. Then New York for my birthday in August. Mm-hmm. And then Costa Rica and Miami in September.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do Puerto Rico in August.
And then I'm gonna sit the hell down in October.
I thought Steven wanted to do Thailand, but I don't know. He playing around. So
when were you trying to do Thailand?
He for his birthday in September. I think his birthday is the 20th. I don't remember, but he doesn't listen to this, anyways. Yeah. Outside of that, I wasn't going. October wasn't. I was doing something for my friend's birthday. She wants to do Vegas. Mm-hmm. For her birthday in October, but I'm still trying to convince her otherwise. Yeah. You know, we could do something else. But because I'm just like, the only thing in Vegas for real is just like gambling in big clubs, and I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I do want to make rounds to a couple of strip clubs in Vegas. So after I watched this documentary on Prime Video,
yeah,
and it was highlighting these different women who work in a few different clubs in Vegas. But they were like not on the strip and shit.
It's the street behind it. I still haven't been to one, but we drove the strip of the strip. Uh-huh. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Yeah. So maybe I do want to go back just for that.
I want to do it. I want to make rounds to the strip.
It's still expensive there though. But this time maybe I'll stay in a hotel and like do the hotel vibe and stuff.
Oh, you haven't done the hotel?
I've only done
the
Airbnbs.
hotel vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only done Airbnbs out there.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I think
I'm an Airbnb girl. That's just who I am.
I love hotels.
I am not a hotel
I like being able to
bitch.
call someone directly for service.
I mean, I can still call the person like if I need. I don't really need services though.
Not all hosts are like super accessible, and that bothers me.
That's true.
Or they don't have the proper management in place.
I want you to leave me alone.
To be accessible.
If I have friends, I want them to be able to smoke. Like I want to have a good.
No, that's the only part that sucks about hotels.
Can't left smoke my alone. Weed. I want to feel like I'm at a house. Like I feel like I'm in my own apartment. Like I like that feeling. You know,
I like that feeling in certain areas, in certain places.
Wash and dryer. Like I want that. Just like I can see myself living here possibly. Like that's what I like.
That's what I like. That's what I like in Miami.
Yeah,
I love that in Miami. I don't do no hotels in Miami.
Yeah,
though I did like the Mondrian. Don't get me wrong, but especially if I'm staying somewhere like 4+ days. Yeah, I prefer to be at Airbnb.
That's
for sure. Vegas, like usually like 4 days max for real.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's too expensive to stay there.
It's so expensive.
Much longer than that for real.
I mean, just getting there is expensive as hell.
That shit is pricey.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her today.
Decided for you, sis.
Because I'm just gonna be like, because we haven't talked about it in a couple weeks, so I just want to be like, so what are we really doing?
Yeah.
And get it done, get it in the books. November, I might try to go back to Aruba. It was just
Aruba's
a good time.
on my list.
It was a good time. I just think I'm just gonna make some moves for myself.
I feel it.
There was something else on my list. Well, Trinidad's gonna be in February, which I'm so excited. I'm just gonna do it.
Yes,
we're just doing it.
I hope I'm able to find like a house. because
They're gone.
all the houses are gone too.
It's like everything else is like in the middle of the island. Nothing like near the city right now. So this is going to be a search of both searches of all searches. So that's why I was kind of like, everybody do your own thing, but I hope we all make it.
Because I'm
trying to coordinate this with
all
stuff
the 4 and
disappearing and
5
shit.
star stuff being gone. It's like, damn.
That's kind of scary. So if you are going to Carnival next year, you know some like tips and tricks. Let me know.
Some places to find, a place to stay.
Yeah, because we're this far out and shit's already gone because, you know, people been waiting for
I was going to say, people be waiting.
We've been waiting, so, you know, we'll see. We'll find something.
Yes.
Things will be found.
We're manifesting that now.
Things will be found. I know for a fact, but at the end of the day, like, I just know how long I want to go, and I know, you know, that, you know, at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be more of a like, have fun is 30, but also just, like, we're spending the time outside of the country type of time, so, you know. We'll see.
Yes.
It's going to be good.
Yes, I really hope I can make it. So, gotta find a place.
Yeah, we gotta find a place.
While we do our second sip, y'all, we'll catch you up. So, we don't have an outline today. This is actually our first episode without an outline.
Yeah, we're just winging it
Kind of
today.
winging it. Which is how I feel about life right now.
Yeah, we're just talking. Like, lots of things in the past couple of weeks have been taking a lot of mental energy from me, and I didn't want to give too much today.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna get how I usually talk to my friends, which is like everywhere. My brain is usually all over the place.
Yes, we'll try to have a little structure to it, just because we know our segments. But yeah, so we are just doing the damn thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second sip. This is the second blend, y'all. 1.8 years minimum in this blend, and it is 59.9 ABV, so that's what, 119.6?
0.8?
Yes, 119.8. Yes. This is another one where it's like unsuspecting on the nose, like I'm not.
I think it's giving that corn nature again.
It is. I'm getting like fresh corn.
Yeah.
Husk included.
I was about to say something green.
But I'm also
maybe
getting
a little grassiness.
I'm getting some sort of nut, but I can't identify which one.
Cashew?
I think the second you said it was what was running through my head.
Just because it's like a lighter.
Yeah, it's like a softer nut. Pause.
Softer nut.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
For all of you those listening in.
It's fucking hilarious. It's definitely giving a softer nut.
Love it.
So we're going to go with cashews on that.
All right, let's just get into it.
Something a little spicy. Maybe it's the oak.
Give me what I want. Give me what I need. Like it's still what y'all know about 702?
Ciao! I was today years old when I found out just how many bops 702 had during their reign, honey. They was out here at everybody's radio. And out here at all the parties. All the DJs still play them in the R&B, mix up. And I would not have been able to call that out besides like the obvious one that's 702. Yeah. So shouts out to y'all.
Shout out to 702.
Classics. Because I knew the words and I just could not.
Crazy.
I would not be able to let somebody know who sang it.
Yeah, I played a few for it today before we started
And I was
recording.
tripping the fuck out, like bopping, singing. Had no clue who I was singing with. Ridiculous.
Something's floral going on in this. I like it.
It's like pungent flower, not white flowers. Don't even know what to call this. Wow. It's very floral. A little bit of waxiness in like the middle of my tongue and the top of my mouth.
Maybe violets, because it reminds me of creme de violette a little bit.
Okay.
It's definitely waxy. And there's something kind of giving like a little bit of Robitussin-ness to it at the end for me.
Yeah. Like the way it finishes.
Yeah.
It's got some spice going on in there.
I love this tissue just for me.
I don't know what kind of spice is happening.
Yeah.
This is the sound effects for me.
I muted my thing, so hopefully it's not that bad.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, she did spare y'all by muting herself while she did it.
I don't know.
That was sweet.
So we have to close the windows in here to make sure that sound as best as it can in here. But man, it be get hot, and then my nose be all. It's just I'm all over the place. All over the place. It's numbing on the end.
It's very numbing. I'm kind of, it's hard for me to get past the nummingness right now.
Oh, now that I said Robitussin, now I smell it on the
I
nose.
was gonna say the way it drinks almost reminds me of like a Halls.
Yep.
Cause I can even feel it in my throat. Pause.
Yes. Oh wait, let me put some water before I finish this.
Yeah, drip, drippity drop.
What song is
Kinda
that?
miss-
Drip.
That's from
drop.
Empire. Kind of missed that show. Not gonna hold you.
Did you watch all of it?
No, I didn't watch the last season. I watched all the way up through the previous. Thank you.
Yes. You should just go.
Brought out
rewatch
more
it.
the nuttiness for me. I was so disappointed that they had to rush the finale because Jesse was dropped and all that. So I just didn't even.
He got dropped before the show was finished?
Yes, girl.
Damn.
They rushed that final finale. Trying to peg that spice. Is it even baking spices? Like,
I don't know.
maybe it's just wood.
I mean, there's a spice there.
There's a spice there. I'm just having a hard time nailing down which one. It's not giving jalapeno. Don't worry, y'all.
No, it's not. It's not like a vegetable spice. It's definitely
No,
like some kind of cooking or baking spice of some sort.
Maybe it's a little cinnamon pepper combo.
Maybe.
A
I
little
don't want
1-2
to say.
hit.
I only want to say coriander because it gives like a floral spiciness to me, right? Like I feel like it's something along the lines of that. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, now I want to like bite on a coriander.
But coriander is so specific. But I know that when I bite on coriander, I'm like, oh, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, now the nose is giving me green cardamom. I think that I might.
Ooh.
Now that I'm thinking about my spice wheelhouse in my
I'm
head.
getting dark chocolate on it now too.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yes. Dark chocolate is like my favorite smell. Chocolate period is my favorite smell. I think cacao is like my favorite.
Black cardamom.
Okay.
On the chocolate on the palate.
Okay.
That's tasty. I finished
Okay,
it.
Maria.
I finished it. That was
I'll
really
see
good.
you, sweets.
Y'all, guess what?
Woo, child. For those who don't follow me on Instagram,
Guess what we did?
passed.
Bitch, we did it. We passed our WSET level.
Ooh, level 3. Oh,
Yes. That was a good old curd. Yeah.
thank you. I felt that in my spirit.
Yes, you did.
Cardi B came up and threw me. Because when I tell you, I sat on my motherfucking deck and cried. I was so happy to not have to take it again.
Oh,
I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. Because I really studied hard for that second round.
Yeah.
Nigga, I lost a lot of sleep.
I did harder studying for sure. But it still felt like I was like, you know, whatever's going to give is going to give. Like, I didn't know what else to do. I just like, if it's in me, it's in me. If it's not, it's not. And
Basically, and I was just like, as long as I get an answer on every piece of this theory, get something on paper,
yeah,
I will pass it.
yeah, for sure.
And that was what I needed.
Yeah, it was great.
I left a lot of points on the table last time, so
yeah,
I definitely beat myself up about that this second time around. So I'm just happy there isn't a third.
No, honey, no.
So
We did it.
And Mike passed too, so
Yes.
all of CCB passed.
all CCB passed.
All CCB passed. So next would be the educator's course.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for that because now that we passed the actual exam, the stress is off of me, and I'm okay with going back and dissecting the book
Yes.
to talk, like to address curriculum, like our approach to curriculum.
I agree.
With the materials.
I
So
agree.
I'm ready to now look at that now that I got the exam part out of the way.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to get to that hump of it. So
We'll see, honey. We will
Yes.
see. Like, I just think that I can't wait till my pen comes in.
I know. I can't wait.
I haven't.
I'm framing my certificates now that I got both of them. I'm framing them bitches.
I don't even know where my second
and
one
I'm putting them in my office.
I lost
because I'm bad at putting stuff up on walls.
I don't know where any of them are, but
I kept one of mine. I just keep on my level 2. I keep on my barrel bar upstairs, so I won't lose it.
I don't know where my pen is. I don't know where my certificate is.
I think my pen is still sitting in a cup.
I got a certificate in the email. That's enough for me. This next one though, I'm gonna keep it somewhere.
I'm definitely getting these bitches framed
because,
for sure.
Like, yeah, I can't. I gotta keep up with one of them. Let me like email them again and be like, hey, is it
possible to get a digital copy?
Yeah, give me a digital copy
because
so I can just save it in my cloud. Because at this point,
child,
papers get lost up in this bitch.
I'm so relieved.
I know.
Did Al ever take the test yet or no?
No, Al and Clint haven't taken their test yet.
Okay.
Al, Clint, Linda.
And so, I know Christy said she didn't pass. Did Mo?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't think she said. Okay, well, I'm just hoping that she did. I'm going to just, because we didn't get an answer on that one.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yes, y'all, we did it.
Did Linda take her level 3 test?
No, she didn't. Okay. She didn't go on with us because she was switching bars and stuff.
Got it. Okay. Okay. I knew something disrupted something, but I couldn't remember what. So
it's what it is.
I still gotta share the pictures with y'all from the westward trip.
By
y'all, I mean the CCB page because I have a drafted recap. And I did not.
Nice.
I was stuck on the captured part. I had never got a chance to like sit and actually focus on the writing part of it. So.
It'll get there.
It'll be posted because we have great photos.
Yeah, we do.
It was just
life
is lifing. Yeah, life is
really
lifing.
is.
And I have felt very mentally preoccupied with just a lot of stuff, which makes it hard for me to do other things because by the time I'm like home and processing all the stuff I've been processing since 5 a.m., I'm ready to go to sleep so I can stop processing.
Yeah.
And that's usually what happens. Yeah. So I feel more rejuvenated, though.
Yes.
After a big part of my mental stress finally got eased.
Yeah.
And worked out and talked out and the things.
Yes.
So I feel better and I feel more energized just in terms of like that's just a big chunk of like shit I don't have to think about right now. I can just take a breath and focus on the other things.
Absolutely.
So I woke up at 5 this morning, hopped right the fuck out of bed, hopped right in the shower to force myself to wake up, and I've been more productive today. So
nice.
Happy about that.
I love that.
I will take the win day by day.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've definitely been in the mood of like go with the flow, trust God, trust the universe. Trust.
It's the trust part for me.
Things around
Seeing
me
angel numbers 24/7 is definitely helping me to be like, okay.
Just trusting the process and trusting where my path leads me and put the work in where I need to put the work in, and that's all I can do right now.
Yeah.
That's all I can do. So, shouts out to everybody in the world.
Literally. Blessings be it to you all. I know it's not just us going through these waves that we're going through right now.
Yeah,
because it's definitely been a whole lot going on in the moons and the stars and the things, and it's affecting everything as it does. I don't know what is coming in terms of what's going to be going into retrograde soon. I know some stuff's coming up, and I went ahead and printed out the moon calendar and put it on my fridge just so that I could be aware because I tend to forget to like actually check in with what's happening with the moon phases and how they how they affect us emotionally, because for those who don't really get into the moons and stars, the moon does have a very big impact on how we feel emotionally and how we process emotionally.
Yeah.
And it tends to pull on our moon signs, especially. So get into all that stuff, all of you skeptics, because it is very relevant whether you think so or not.
Just like, if you know that the universe affects itself on nature, what makes you think you're not a part of nature?
Exactly. We are, what is it, 90-some% water? I forget the percentage of how much water we actually, I think it's like 70-some% water.
Yeah.
And the moon affects water. It affects the tides. The ocean maneuvers around the moon phases. So the water in our body does as well.
Certain plants, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So Get into it, y'all. Get into it.
Seasons
It's a
affect
great
us.
way to
Everything
be.
that changes within the world changes us too, because we're a part of it.
Ooh, and I'm not going to say the name because I'm not plugging nothing else for free. But you remember the app that Clint got us hip to in Portland?
Possibly.
The astrology app?
That you shipped me the screenshot of? Yeah.
I got around that app yesterday. And so we see our little compatibility stuff or whatever. All that shit was spot on. Like, it was literally speaking to, like, things that we... Or feel like the actual in real time, like, day stuff. Things we were feeling, things that were occupying, like, our minds or our, whatever. Like, speaking on, like, general personality stuff and, like, how that affects how we process things, how we love, how we da-da-da.
Yeah.
We were sitting there reading that at the Hamilton. That shit was spot on.
Wow.
So, shout out to that app that will not be named.
Yes. But
But it's a great app. Shout out to Clint for giving me hip.
I know. I want to see Clint. I get to see him next week, but I want to see him this week. I'm going to see what he's doing tonight.
Shout out to you, Clint. I think I will be seeing Clint on Thursday.
What?
I believe he RSVP'd to my Cinco de Drinko.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm excited for Cinco de Drinko. I want me a little party.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to celebrate. I didn't officially celebrate past this WSET because I'm absolutely celebrating. This shit is worth celebrating.
I'm going tonight. I'm celebrating tonight. Fuck yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to shake my ass. Probably hopefully get some numbers. Who knows? We'll see.
Yes, it's the numbers for me.
See.
Well, book 'em, sis. Book 'em, sis.
Trying to book 'em.
How was Allegory this weekend?
Busy as fuck.
The titties for me.
It was busy. New menu's been great. And
I was gonna say, how's the feedback been to the menu? Because I tried
it's been
the
great, but
menu
we've been
on
fucking
Thursday,
running out
y'all.
of everything every day. And it's just like,
Really?
Yeah,
Is it because
people
they just aren't prepping enough in quantity, or y'all just under anticipating how many people you're gonna
Both.
get in? Okay.
both, right? So if we can't anticipate how many people are actually going to get in, we can't really say how much we're really prepping, right? So it's like,
how do y'all base? So when y'all get a busy night and run out, like on a Friday, right? How do y'all plan for that Saturday? Like, how do y'all approach it? Do you approach it like by going up a little more, or doing the same and just seeing what happens?
With the new menu, we didn't really know what would be popular, what's not going to be popular. We've seen all together 100% like growth in people ordering cocktail menus. I mean, menus from the cocktails from the menu,
yeah.
In general, right? Like our last menu, a lot of people did a lot of customs, and they wanted, specialty cocktails that weren't on the menu, so we weren't going through our batches as much. But this, like, people are really ordering from the menu.
I mean, the fucking menu
is
fire.
Now
if y'all haven't
know,
been yet, the menu is fire.
Yeah, so now we know this new, like, I'm going to be prepping on Wednesday, and so I know that I'm like, the goal is to make as much as I can. Whatever's in house, you use all the bottles,
use all that shit,
so we don't run out, because people want to experience what we got going on. So
and the setup I think is great. I think having a cocktail per chapter was really cool.
Yeah,
it's just the setup was really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And the fried goat cheese with the pepper jelly is actually good, y'all.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted it to be gooier, like more goat cheese within the friedness.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the
They've
only
been doing
real
better
critique
since
I have,
the day you left, though.
Okay.
They aren't frying it as long. So at first I think they were frying it too long, and when you were they were frying too long, it was oozing out. And goat cheese is oozing out, and it was cooking it for too long. So then all you had was a fried shell looking like a chicken nugget.
Yeah,
but
it was definitely giving like dinosaur chicken nugget.
Dinosaur chicken nugget for sure. But recently, like Saturday, some of the best ones coming out. Like still like a full like goat cheese, still warm and crispy. I was like, oh, see, this is the way it's supposed to be. So we'll see.
They're consistent. With that.
I think they just really got to keep their eyes on it. They really have to keep their eyes on it when they're cooking it.
Okay, good.
But
the snacks was hitting.
Yeah, man.
The drinks was hitting.
It was a good time.
That damn Tobago joint. Shout out to Princess.
Yeah,
for that
she
one.
did that.
That flavor combo.
No, that was her a rendition of her submission to Chocolate Best.
What was her? So the original spirit that so was that her submission, like her mezcal cocktail, or was that her Westbrook cocktail?
Yep.
Okay,
remember because she did sherry.
I was gonna say that's quite a shift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so we just
shouts out to you, sweets,
yeah,
because it's fucking delicious. And I don't remember tasting hers during the competition. I probably did, but so much was going on. We were facilitating so much because that was our virtual competition.
Yeah,
that I can't even remember what half of them taste like.
Yeah,
I do remember most because I had to make her syrup.
Yeah,
but yeah, I remember liking most of the cocktails during the competition. But I tell you what, the rendition is great. Shit is delicious. And then both of your cocktails, the one with the Pendant was my favorite, of course.
Thank you.
That one was like, it was so simplified.
Yeah.
But like a lot going on, like flavor-wise. Mm-hmm. It was great.
Yeah, every time I taste it, I'm like, damn,
that's a good go-to.
It's a pretty good cocktail, man.
I'm going to need you to keep some Pendant and aloe around even when I move on to the next
menu. I know, right?
Because it's like, that's one of those ones where I would probably deviate off your menu and be like, can I get the Pendant?
Like, Pendant is actually really motherfucking delicious.
It's really good.
Such a good flavor. It's
and
cereal,
it's
grassy.
I immediately remembered what you had let us try during the other episode. The second that I tasted it, I was like, oh yeah, this is what it was. With the coconut and the aloe.
Yeah. It smells so good. I know.
Delicious.
So into it. Where'd you go this weekend?
So we went to Baltimore. We stayed at the Hyatt Regency, which was really cute. We went to Sagamore to just hang out. They were celebrating their 5th anniversary of the distillery being open.
Nice.
So they had like live music and stuff like that. They had everybody was out like on their little lawn or whatever. So we went, posted up on the lawn. I had already made us a to-go cocktail, so we sat and sipped our own damn drink for a while.
That's hilarious.
Which thank God we did, because the ones that was making behind the bar, that shit they had batch behind the bar outside. I can't speak for the bar inside, but the bar outside, it was not given. They were giving me a fucking mint julep, my guy, with mint syrup, which isn't a problem because I use mint syrup at home, but lime juice. And club soda.
What?
Why? That's not a julep.
No.
That's a fucking smash with a splash of club. If we want to get technical.
That's what that is.
That's not a julep. So I was irritated. So I asked, of course, I'm going to walk up to the bar and modify some shit if I don't like how it sounds. So I'm like, well, can I just do like a regular julep and just have the mint syrup, the rye, and, ice, whatever, call it a day? Like, will it taste essentially closer to a classic mint julep if I do it that way? Mm-hmm. It was all batched already. Already I'm turned off because I hate when things are like when the entire thing is pre-batched. I get if you have your spirit, your syrup, like everything but the citrus or whatever, like batch, that's different.
Right.
So if they just had like rye and mint syrup batched together.
You could have poured it on ice.
Could have just poured it on ice and I would have been ecstatic.
Yeah.
No, they got the lime in there.
What?
I'm like, why?
Why?
When you're calling it a julep. I hate it. Stop misleading people. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves in the world. Stop misleading people. But, so I'm like, okay, well, just give me that without the club soda, for God's sakes. So it was all right. It was, it was what you would expect from a batched smash with not enough whiskey in it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I brought my own cocktail in advance. And I made a good quart-sized joint of it, a little more than half a quart of it. Yeah. So we were good for the weekend.
How are their canned cocktails?
The canned cocktails are pretty good. I actually tried those when me and Blake went to the farm and to the distillery. Mm-hmm. They're well-balanced. Mm-hmm. You can taste your rye, so it's not like they make them weak or anything like that. Nice. So they're pretty good. Out of canned cocktails, I would drink theirs over like the ones that I've tried, even over some of the ones that we sell at Sealbox. Not to say that those are like bad, but Sagamore is just making them really well on the spectrum of canned cocktails.
I do miss me a dandy.
Those dandies are pretty good.
We drank so many of them.
Weren't bad. I like the colony cocktails that we sell at Sealbox. Those are pretty good. Those have more flavor to them than the dandies.
Yeah, dandies are just super easy to drink.
Yeah, super easy to keep real cold. Yeah. And like same with the colony ones, they just have more flavor.
Yeah.
And more bubbles.
Oh yeah.
So I like those for that.
Dandies did not have any bubbles.
They did not have bubbles. Mm-hmm. It was a little odd. Yeah. So glad we're done selling those. But yeah, so their Sagamore's canned cocktails are pretty good. Yeah. I would definitely keep some in a cooler and drink them. So I saw Ezra. Pain Collective. Yeah. Yes, I saw him there, so that was cool. Yes. And it was a good little. The band was real cool. They was a little white band. Mm-hmm. Let me not say fully white because there was one guy I don't know his ethnicity, so I'm not going to guess. Mm-hmm. But he could have passed for like Filipino or something like that. Who knows? But it's giving more Asian / Pacific Islander. Okay. As opposed to like Black or Latin. Mm-hmm. But who knows? Mm-hmm. So, but the band was cool. They sang a bunch of white music. That's where I was going with white band. They covered all white songs. As black as they got was maybe Justin Timberlake. So, but they did good renditions of the stuff. Okay. So I enjoyed it, and I knew all the songs because I definitely have a little Alexandria, Virginia sitting in my heart right there. That's what's up. Oh. have some pockets of Alterna Pop somewhere sitting in my spirit. So it was a good time though.
Nice.
We just vegged out on the lawn for a few hours. Then we went to dinner at Blackwall Hitch. Chow. Food was great. I'm just the overarching theme of why I'm staying my ass in the house for a while is because the service right now. Quality of service is garbage. I don't know the people working at the place that I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
I'm
not fucking going.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I have never written a Hamilton a bad review in my life. I had to write them a lengthy review.
What happened?
Because I had a horrible experience with the
sip?
same server. Yeah, let me take a sip for this one, y'all.
Okay. Third sip, y'all.
Buckle your seatbelt. So the third sip.
Yeah.
We're moving into the single barrels.
Yes, we are.
This is a 3-year single barrel at 58% ABV. So what is that? 160?
Yes.
A lot more fruit on this one. Already on the nose.
We just wanna. Y'all see
What
me?
is
I'm
that?
over here blowing my nose the whole damn episode. God damn.
I'm getting some cherry because it moved into like a cherry medicine almost.
Okay. Definitely.
And I'm
Also
getting
like
like
cherry wood too.
I was going to say but I'm still getting something like rich, smoky-esque. So that's the cherry wood part.
Yeah.
Smell myself real quick.
I think that's all I'm really getting though.
Yeah, I'm not getting a ton. I get like it's not even pepper spice. It's wood spice.
Yeah.
That presence is in there. It makes me wonder if this was produced somewhere hot because the wood influence of 3 years seems to be really, really there.
Especially on the palate too.
So now I'm thinking it's somewhere where
Something
there's
green
a lot of
here.
angel share.
I don't know if that's dill I'm tasting, but something like green herb. Oh, my nose is not giving.
Wow, very green. I don't know if it's dill though. Let me see. Not dill, maybe tarragon?
Something, yeah. Sorry, y'all.
It's definitely giving
Forgive
green
me.
herb. It's spring, y'all. It's allergy season, honey.
When I was making fun of people,
And now the universe then came back around to Kapri and said, ha ha! Gotcha, bitch. You thought it was so funny. Good luck using your nostrils today.
it's getting to me.
The universe is so funny.
It be doing it. It does.
Oh, God. That's fucking hilarious.
It will get you.
Get it out, girl.
Oh, my God.
Get it out.
Sorry, y'all.
It be like that.
Woo! Lord have mercy. Bless it.
That'll help you taste. Wow. I'm getting some sort of citrus oil here with whatever this earthiness is.
Something's kind of like,
It's almost giving me kind of like soil, too. Like,
kind of pear on the nose, too, when you talk about fruit.
ooh, pear. Interesting. Like the flesh, the skin?
Both.
Ooh.
Because it's like biting into a fresh pear. For
Ooh,
me.
I smell that. So adding the water brought that out for me.
Yeah. Oh, just slam.
Yeah, I'm getting a combo of citrus oils. It's not even just one. It's giving oleosacrum. Wow.
Caramel
More-
for me.
More wood spice, yeah, caramel.
Definitely would.
Sorry, people watching. I could my boobie.
Definitely some wood.
Started slipping. They have a mind of their own these days.
Maybe tarragon.
Yeah, that green for me.
I don't know you guys have ever
It's
had
given, like-
mushroom before.
And I was gonna say because it's giving an herb I don't eat much, so maybe marjoram. I would have to like taste it or smell it to kind of be able to say for sure. But
That cherry
it's
on the
definitely
finish.
herbaceous.
Yeah. Taste it.
Definitely cherry finish.
Okay,
More mouth numbingness.
Talk to me. What happened to... Talk to me, chat.
I really hope they gather this one server
Yeah.
because twice now he has left the same impression and it has been bad.
You've had the same server twice.
At the Hamilton, yes.
Oh, no.
So 420 I went. And I only remember it was 420 because that was the day Blake left. But we went, we're having lunch or whatever. Me and Victoria get there first. So we sitting there talking, whatever. He is high as a kite. Now, I personally don't care about somebody being high at work. I was absolutely bartending smack. I'm not even going to hold you. But I'm a professional, okay? And I'm not getting 420 smacked and then going to work. I have a puff in the car to make sure I can deal with whoever I got to deal with in that moment. Mm-hmm. And I go in there peaceful, calm, not even worried about y'all. I'm floating, I'm making my cocktails, whatever. You would never know that, though. Because one, I'm not going to tell you. And two, it's not going to be obvious. This motherfucker here.
He told you?
Girl, yes.
What? Oh, my God.
Misinterprets us as his peers.
Oh, no.
Clearly. Saw two young black women sitting there thinking, oh, they're cool. It's 420. I'm already high. Who cares?
They got locks. They smoke.
Like, exactly. Just all the things that you should never do as a server. Don't assume you know anything.
No, not
about your
thing.
guest. You don't know what the fuck they're there for. And that was actually work related. So he's chatting it up, whatever. But is super forgetful. Why? Because he's high. He makes it a point to reference 420 and saying something along the lines of raising money for 420.
No.
With the winks and the hints. Compromise or
you
whatever.
Get real comfortable.
Real comfortable real fast. I hate that. Don't get comfortable with me real fast. You don't know me like that. Don't get comfortable with me right away. Do your job right first. And then we can get comfy, cozy, kiki all day.
Right. Absolutely.
But don't feel like you can get comfortable and then make a bunch of fucking mistakes because I'm going to note them.
Literally.
So, the first mistake was letting us know that he was high.
Yes.
The second mistake was chatting us up and then forgetting things that we were saying in regards to our orders.
Oh, my God.
Third mistake.
He
knew nothing about the menu. He knew nothing about the food.
Oh my God. What do you mean?
Like, we asked basic shit.
Hamilton does not have an in-depth menu. Like,
it's not in-depth. It barely changes. Little nuances, as in like the sides to the salmon and the brick chicken might change. But there's always a salmon. There's always a brick chicken. Like, food, where was your pre-shift? Where were you during pre-shift? Did you have one? Were you high during pre-shift?
Questions and the answers.
So many questions that I should not have to ask already. So you're just forgetting those stupid shit. We asking questions regarding to the menu. I don't knows. I hate it. I don't know. I don't accept I don't knows at work.
Let me find out.
I don't know is not an answer. Let me find out.
I'll be right
is the
back with the
proper
answer for that.
response if you in fact do not know?
Yeah.
Let me get that answer for you.
Yeah.
Another variation. Very easy. Because either way, if you don't volunteer to find out, I'm going to stare at you like you're dumb until I'm either forced to ask you to find out or you catch it and say, let me go ask.
Yeah.
So it was all that. Fine. That 420 wasn't even the worst of it. By the end of it, Blake and Chris from LaDroit got there. We moved on from him. And he also had the nerve to point out that the receipt number was 420. I couldn't even make that up. We don't care.
You should have taken this day off. You should have taken this day off.
Fucking day off.
So you can enjoy it.
That was my thing. If you're that pressed that it's 420, my guy. First of all, what are you in college? What are you like a freshman in college? Like, I'm so confused. Who's still excited that much about 420? Like, I smoke, and I smoke down on that day when I get home and I'm ready to like veg on my couch. But other than that, I'm not carrying that with me throughout the day. Like, I'm in my fucking 30s. I don't have time to like celebrate 420 in that way anymore. So
unless you work in the cannabis
in that industry, like it's not appropriate at the Hamilton to be all excited talking to your guests about 420. It's just not the space for that.
Not at all.
Fast forward to just yesterday. Me and Rod decided to do brunch in DC instead of Baltimore.
Okay.
So we was gonna do milk and honey, then we realized it was more of like a takeout spot than a sit and eat spot. So I was like, eh.
Really?
So we decided to go to the Hamilton.
Oh, so y'all got back early.
Relatively, we got back on this side like noon. Yeah. So
because you had to check out. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, we checked out a little early, and then went ahead and head to the side because it was raining and shit anyway.
It was.
So we get there, we go in, get sat, whatever.
So you decided to go back after all of this?
Well, because the issue for me was the server,
not the
food.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, okay, I don't have to get him again. Like, I'm still the Hamilton. I can bank on the food.
Yeah,
the service was terrible. But why we get put not in the same section per se? Like, we were in the little private booth where you can close the door 420.
Oh, nice.
We were in the little dining area within that same section, just in a different booth, an open booth. This time, we wound up with the same motherfucker. So I'm like, oh God, okay, here we go. Same disposition. He was probably high, safe to assume. Mm-hmm. But it's given Sunday. I don't really feel like being at work. Whatever, spaced out. Okay.
Wait, you got the same guy?
Same guy. That's what I'm saying. This one guy has fucked up my experience twice now. Well, he didn't fuck it up 420. It was just a lot of noticeable red flags. Yeah. He fucked it up yesterday. Okay. And it's the worst to fuck it up with Rob there because she already takes such a stance against going out when she feels like we do better at home.
And this is why.
And so this is why. And it fully stamped why she stays in the house.
It's like, why y'all messing up? Y'all know Rod don't come. This is why Rod don't come out the house.
Because of motherfuckers like you.
Just like Beyonce. Why y'all doing in front of Beyonce? You know Beyonce don't come out the house.
Exactly. It was giving very much that. And Rod was giving Beyonce. But the most cooperative Beyonce ever because she don't like to make a fuss about nothing. Meanwhile, I'll call things out immediately so we can get it handled immediately. If I got to talk to your manager, that's what we got to do.
Yes.
So she didn't want to do all that. First strike. Didn't have answers for the stuff on the menu. We asked about, what was it? Shit. I asked about something. It'll come back to me. But the answer, again, was, I don't know. Okay. Oh, you know what it was? About gravy. For the chicken and biscuits.
Oh, it has meat in it.
Could we get it without the gravy? Oh, I don't know. Cricket, we're waiting for you to say, let me go find out. Never gets there. Okay, we move on. So she's like, she wants to make her own little kind of breakfast situation, eggs, home fries, etc. She orders home fries and chicken sausage.
Yeah.
Why does he bring French fries and pork sausage? Now,
oh God,
the person girl, okay. So the person who drops the food isn't our waiter. So she asked the guy who drops the food, is this chicken sausage? Just want to confirm this is chicken sausage. It didn't quite look like chicken sausage, but if they're making their own chicken sausage, it could pass for chicken sausage.
Sure.
So he says yes. He said it real fast though, like he just wanted to drop and go.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. So then our server comes back to ask how things are going, and so I'm like, these are French fries. She ordered home fries. Do y'all not have home fries?
Right.
Because you gave us the brunch menu.
Yeah.
And we ordered home fries.
Right.
I don't know if you have a button that says house fries or you hit the wrong button.
Right.
But we were looking for the actual breakfast potatoes.
Right.
And this is not that. He says, oh, yeah, no, we don't have that. These are the home fries. So I'm like, I'm not going to argue with this.
Okay. All right.
Ra's not making a big deal of it.
All right, fine.
I'm learning to just, if she don't give me the nod to say, oh, go ahead, shoot or go, then I don't shoot.
Fine. Okay.
So
what about the sausage?
We start nibbling on the fries. So they swear up and down the chicken sausage. I don't taste it just because I'm eating my salmon. But then her stomach starts to feel funny.
Of course.
As she gets to the second sausage. She's like, I don't know if this is really chicken sausage. So I smell it and I taste a little nibble of it. I'm like, this is pork.
Mm-hmm. Hands down.
Could have told you that. This is pork. At that point, I'm pissed.
Right.
And Ra's pissed, but she's trying not to show that she's pissed. But she goes to the bathroom, comes back from the restroom. Oh, wait, before I even get there, wait, because I got to set the scene. As we're in the middle of our brunch experience, motherfucking Kyla Pratt and some friend of hers sits down directly behind Ra.
Oh.
In his section. So you know what that means. He's all of a sudden so chatty and so excited to be a server. And it's just a great day in the Hamilton neighborhood. And he's just got all this gums for them. Chatting them up. So, of course, he visits our table a little less, even though we're side by side. Chatting them up. Making sure Kyla Pratt. As in Penny Proud.
Okay, cool.
And that's all that shit sounded like Disney Channel. Right in the back of our fucking conversation. Motherfucking Disney Channel. Chatting it up. So some time goes by before he checks on our table again. This is after we discover that it's pork. This is after. Now I fast forward. Rock comes back from the restroom, sits down, pissed as shit because she walks past a server who's walking out with home fries.
I knew it.
So she's pissed at that point. And so we sit down. He's still chatting it up, kikiing with Kyla Pratt, child. Mindless chatter. Not talking about nothing significant. Not talking about no food. Not talking about her experience. They're already eating. Clearly it's all fine because he doesn't have to correct anything on her shit. And so I'm over at that point. I already had it in my mind. He wasn't getting a dime extra from me. There was just no way. Because I was nice and tipped him on 420. But no, I wasn't doing that. You could have killed my fucking spouse.
Yeah.
We said we don't eat before pork.
Yeah, legit.
Didn't even bother to check.
Literally.
And that means you put it in the system wrong. Yes. It just didn't matter to you.
Yeah.
And you did not even check.
It's a life or death situation
life
right
or
now.
Fucking death.
Yeah.
We could have sued you.
Yeah. Seriously.
And then you lied and said you ain't got no home fries. So then you just not know? Did no one ever train you? And you're just out here winging it? Calling a potato, or did you just not care?
So did you go off or not?
So I did not go off to him.
Okay.
I let Ra handle how she wanted to handle it because he mainly messed up on her stuff.
Okay.
So again, I took the cue from Ra on what she wanted to do. She already was like, we're not tipping him shit. I don't care.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, that's easy for me. And so she wrote a lengthy note on the back of that receipt. I don't even know what she wrote. But I myself left a review both on Google and on Open Table because you have me fucked up. Because I like my name attached to it. I like my contact information attached to it because I want to know if the restaurant actually gives a shit. And I left his name. Cool. I took a picture of that receipt and I put him down by name.
Great.
And I put a private note to them. He's a liability because this has never been the culture at the Hamilton from my experience of years being here. I'm a very regular guest. I ain't got no problem spending the bread. I don't have no problem tipping well because I usually get great service. I would never ever give him any extra money.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the menu. He's openly telling guests that he's high. He is openly getting shit wrong, lying about items on the menu, saying that something is this when it's not, saying you don't sell this when you do, just because he didn't want to deal with it. And then he's neglecting tables just because, and this is DC, we don't do that Hollywood shit where just because you're a celebrity, all of a sudden, you're getting the red carpet rolled out for you and everyone around you is treated like dirt. DC don't do that.
Do you smile when I smile?
Like, this is the fucking White House is here. No. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about.
Yeah.
Only motherfucking special treatment that I give a fuck about is Obama's.
And Erykah Badu.
I'll take that one too.
That's it.
That's the only time I will settle for a little bit longer wait time.
We have famous people come through all the time.
It's not a big deal. And that because that's also what celebrities come to DC for.
Because it's never
nobody
a big
wants
deal.
to be fucking harassed about a photo and harassed to be on someone's Instagram. We don't do that in DC. Not on that fandom shit.
No.
And so all that corny shit that he was doing, being real extra at their table or whatever, and neglecting the tables around him, not the way things go here in hospitality in DC. No. So he's already got it all fucked up. I'm blaming management though because I know I can't be the only person that's had this experience with him. No. Can't be. Maybe nobody else is saying anything, but I'm going to make it known. So I put a nice and lengthy review in details, very well written, so that they could fully understand what the fuck I had experienced with this one person now on 2 separate occasions, in 2 different contexts.
Have they called you yet?
Nope. So I don't know what they're waiting on. I'll even take an email, but I tell you what, if it goes unaddressed,
I would have said it right then and there.
I'm going to talk to a fucking manager.
I would have said it right then and there. I don't give a fuck.
The only reason I didn't was because Rob was ready to go. She literally was just ready to go. She didn't feel like extending it and doing all the extra shit.
Wait in the car for me, honey bunny, but we're going to say this right now.
But I definitely will be addressing it with a fucking manager, especially if I see him still walking the floor. I'm going to say something. I'm gonna say, well, so I wrote a very detailed review.
I don't even go to the Hamilton.
Did you happen to read it?
If I go to the Hamilton, I'm sitting at the bar. But if
usually I go up straight up to the loft because I go see Wade anyway. But when I'm going there for lunch or whatever, I don't sit anywhere specific.
Yeah, no, I go to the bar if I'm going to Hamilton. But out of the whole like restaurant group of that, I'm just going to the old Everett.
Yeah,
you like I know that weirdly get rude service at the bar. Like
the bartenders are assholes.
I usually get great service at a table, so I like never really have a big issue.
So it's
there was a black woman behind the bar last time I went.
I've only ever seen old white men. Never seen a black person.
That was really surprising, and she was really nice. And she was really great.
See, old white men are trash behind the bar. They don't make cocktails.
Damn,
well.
I might go to Old Ever tonight. Shit.
Ooh, bitch.
I might. Shit.
Yes, have an oyster for me.
I will, honey.
So yeah, it was just, oh my God. I was so like, Hamilton, you cannot let people like this bring you down. There is a culture here, and we need to uphold this culture because there are people like me who expect it to remain consistent. Bless you. Who expected to remain consistent, and it was not given what it was supposed to have gave.
At all whatsoever.
So luckily, I enjoyed my salmon, but bitch, I was so upset by the fucking lack of professionalism.
I do not play with that type of shit. I say something in the moment. I don't give a fuck. And people around me like, oh my God, like, should you? Yes, I'm
absolutely
telling them,
no.
Fuck
say
you.
Something.
And Dee knows I do a lot of like, I'm sorry, this is not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is not the way that it's supposed to be made. But
I don't say sorry. Worth a damn.
There comes a point where it goes. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I know how this shit's supposed to work, and I know how this usually goes. And I'm like, you know that we really haven't done anything to you to get this type of service, to get these types of... Not that you should give it to people that are rude or whatever. Like, if there's somebody being rude to you, you just need to tell them to go. But at the end of the day, like, what makes you feel okay to give this?
Exactly.
What?
And so it's not automatic gratuity because I would have argued that one down.
And then I'm going to say, so this is why this is looking like this. I usually, personally, no matter what, I'm always tip. But, like, I'm going to let you know, like, if it's not me, someone else is giving you nothing, and this is the reason why.
Yep.
And you need to understand.
And that's why I let her write her note, because I was like, what y'all not going to do is think that we're just not tippers. Because we are, and we tip great. Yeah. But no.
I have yet to have an instance where I'm like...
so bad. I could not.
In Canada, I had horrible service from this white girl, and the whole group. She was bad to everybody. It wasn't just because I was black. She was bad to everyone. I had white people coming up to me and being like, "Yo, we've been trying to tell her for like months." I'm like, I don't know why she's still working here. Da da da. And I went up to her afterwards. I said, I heard you say what you said when we walked in here.
What she said?
She said oh my God, like kill me now. And then I said, I heard you say what you said when we walked in here. I've seen you huff and puff around this bar. I've seen you roll your eyes. We wanted to stay till the end of the night. It was 8 of us. And we're bartenders. We're going to fucking drink.
Exactly.
Like we wanted, the first round was already $100. If we stayed for another 4 rounds, bitch.
Could have made good money. Dumbass.
And we tip. So I was like, but because you were so rude and because you're doing this, we're leaving now. I've been here for this amount of time. I've come in here and I've had good... One of the bartenders that I saw there first was there and he was helping out because he was like, oh, you're back. Like, he was helping out. I was like, the only reason why we stayed was because he was still here. But like, you need to know that your shit is fucked up. Your attitude is messy. And yeah, fuck this. Like, and it was a black owned spot with this white. I'm like, I don't even know why. But also when we met the owner, he was also weird when we first walked in and then like loosened up. I was like, y'all must be in the same era of like, this is how bartenders should act until they know that you're a part of the industry. That's
so
fucking
dumb.
ridiculous. And I'm like,
so dumb.
I am so over that. Like, are we hospitable or not? If we're not hospitable, stay your ass at the computers and do the numbers and let people hospitable to fucking do their job.
Exactly. People forget that bartending is still hospitality.
Like this shit is not about like...
It's not something where you're supposed to treat people like shit at your bar. Like, that's not a thing. I'm not paying for that experience.
Do you know how this became an actual like career with all these things? Because people saw the fun in being hospitable. We saw the greatness in being these people. And because people realize with hotel
bars and stuff, realize you can make a career of bartending,
giving
and being creative behind the bar.
Great service, giving.
How else do you build regulars? I'm not gonna regularly go to a place where I'm treated like shit.
Makes no sense.
Like, period.
Makes no sense. So I'm so over that shit. I'm really over that shit.
That's mastermind with it or not. I am not with piss poor service.
For nothing.
Regardless of whether or not the food and drinks are good, piss poor service for me is enough not to go back.
Period. And
I'm not paying you for that. Not paying you for it.
Nope.
For all that, I could make great food and drink at home.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll just start having more shit in my house, apparently, because it's just not given.
But I am excited about my first menu murder next
week.
Menu murder. Yes, I'm gonna finally be with the boys and sit down and murder a menu with them.
What does that even mean?
Pretty much, they do like 8 to 10 plus people, and you order literally everything on the menu.
Ooh, who's doing this?
Clint does it with some dudes, some like industry guys. It's like Al, Clint, the Michter's Bourbon rep, Andrew Hearn.
I want to go. Wait, is it already 10 people going?
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, like
tell Clint I want to go to the next one.
Yeah, like it's just good.
I
was supposed to go like months ago, but either I was out of town, or I was busy, or I didn't feel like spending the money, or I didn't have the money. Like, it's been a whole bunch of stuff. Or Clint was out of town, all this stuff. So Clint finally hit me up. Was like, we're doing it on the 9th. I can probably still ask if you can go. Like,
just ask them, see what they say.
But yeah,
that sounds fun.
I'm excited. It's gonna be at La Darte or something like that. Something. But I was supposed to bingo, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited because I love the guys that is all going to be there.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
They're some of my favorite dudes.
And it's a bunch of guys who are like super nerdy about stuff.
Yeah, they're
it's
super.
Fun to go to people who are like really in depth into food and beverage.
Oh, okay. People sending me boosts on Chime. Thank you. But yeah, so it's been a good time. But yeah, let's do this last sip.
Let's do our last sip, y'all. So.
We should get Clint on here. Okay, there's so many people I want on the show.
Yes, Clint will be another great one.
He would be.
We'll do mezcal with him.
Oh yes.
So this last single barrel that we're tasting is the 3.3 year single barrel at 60.5 ABV, so 121 proof. I get maple and I get chocolate off Bucks.
I know it's just not giving up on me.
Is super like rich, giving super up on me. Dark. Smokiness.
I get hints of that, but after sneezing and blowing all this time, I got nothing. I can smell something, like I feel something a little bit peppery for me, but
yeah, because it's definitely giving spice.
That's all I'm carrying.
Yeah, I get maple, I get dark chocolate, and I get spice. That's like the dominant. For
it's
me.
also because my apartment gets super stuffy if I don't have something
like ventilation.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Ooh. Hot.
Definitely heat. It's giving like heat on the tongue.
Numbing.
Almost like a Big Red.
Yeah. Definitely
like that cinnamon heat.
For sure.
And it dries out and gets waxy real quick.
Yeah.
What distilleries are this? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, let me pull it up.
Because this is interesting. Yeah, very waxy, very hot. There is flavor there. It's not flavorless, so don't misinterpret us, y'all. Just it's hard to get past the texture first.
Slightly waxy, not as waxy as everything else has been.
For me, it's hitting the front part of my tongue. Like right past the tip of my tongue is where I'm getting waxy.
Yeah. All right, we're doing green box.
Wow. What is that I'm getting? I need some water on that one.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. I'm just having a hard time nailing down what I'm getting.
Cool shit.
Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh.
One of the bottles is in blends. One of the barrels in blends is from Treaty Oak.
Okay.
And then one of them is from Journeyman Distillery.
Journeyman. I've never tried Journeyman. I have tried Treaty Oak.
Let's see if they dropped it on there. Because I can go to their...
Oh, that water opens us up some more. I get the honey. I definitely get the oak spice. I get the cinnamon spice.
I don't see if they dropped it. It doesn't seem like they put it on their actual Instagram. Because usually, sometimes they'll put it on their own Instagrams, the distilleries. You can see what's going on with them. I don't see it.
It dries out into that little waxiness, and the finish is pretty short.
Yeah, the finish is pretty short.
Pretty short.
But
I'm not saying medium because the honey kind of lingers throughout, but it's like honeycomb.
Okay, cool. Because I was definitely getting honey for sure.
Yeah. It's definitely giving honeycomb.
Oh, now I smell the maple. And now I smell chili. Like chili powder, chili thread on the nose.
Ooh. It's the chili threads for me. That's because you've been using them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the chili powder for sure. Maybe a little, and because I've been using matcha, maybe some matcha for me too. Something like powder
Now,
greenie.
see, I was going to say, I don't smell enough matcha to be able to call it out by name.
Then I said matcha's on the palate too.
It's giving ASMR.
Yes. Well, yeah, y'all. I think that's all we got for y'all today.
That's what we got for y'all today. A quick catch up. We
catch
passed
up.
that shit. We're about to celebrate that shit.
About to celebrate that shit.
We will be a lot more energized for the next episode.
Absolutely.
We definitely had to like
give you a
we
call.
had to get through. We had to get through the week. It's been a week.
But we look good though, so.
Yes, great. Came out on the other side of all that fog, feeling great.
Okay.
And feeling glowy.
Okay.
Your bitch is about to order a sauna suit and get to working the fuck
go
out.
my ass tonight.
Yes. So I'm about to start doing Pilates because I actually learned that I like Pilates.
Okay, good.
And I really love that squat machine. That shit is actually fun. I could just put on a show and walk on a treadmill and do the squat machine for like an hour and be fine.
Nice.
So
that's
what the fuck I'm going to be doing.
Love it.
And that is my working out.
We love to see it. I looked at the stretch app today. Yeah, so I opened it. And I didn't stretch.
Stretching is so. I was gonna say stretching is so important. Like
just
for the sake
I
of
completely looked at it. I did.
For me, it's like that before I go to sleep. First thing when I wake up, like I have to do.
I'm doing those, but I'm not doing those.
But I'm like
intentional stretching.
Yeah, I'll do my back ones. Like I'll intentionally stretch my back, like to make sure I do side to side, back, forward, whatever. Do like a little half sun salutation or whatever, just to work out the kinks because I need that much stretching to work out the kinks sometimes. Especially if I'm like having one of those nights where I'm not dreaming, I just have a ton of thoughts that I'm still thinking of in my attempt to REM sleep.
True.
So
2 weeks
stretching
strong,
definitely.
Though, doing 2 weeks strong on no bread, no potatoes, no rice. Mm-hmm. So that's been great. And if I do have it, it's in very small amounts. So
yeah, I've been focusing on portion control, and I'm gonna be back to intermittent fasting. So
okay, nice.
It's all liquids for me up until 12 o'clock, and then I don't eat past 7.
When does that start?
It started yesterday. I started for the first day yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And then I did that today. I'll be eating after we finish this, so I kind of technically broke my fast.
Between 12 and 7
whiskey.
you can eat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad though.
No, it's not bad.
You go to sleep after that.
I did that. I was gonna say I did that before, and it was fine. I don't know what disrupted my schedule at that point. Probably travel. But I'm gonna go back to that
at that point, so it doesn't matter.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Because the goal is to eat the latest by 7, because by 9 I'm knocked out.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And then back up at 5.
Right.
So either do a juice or a kombucha or whatever, but just focus on water and just letting my system kind of reset a little bit.
We will have magic kombucha next week.
Ah.
So excited for the psilocybin.
So wait, we as an allegory or we as in you and me?
Me and you.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Me and
you. Say, y'all gonna start selling up an allegory?
No.
Okay, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah,
Shout out to you, Frank.
Yeah, ask Frank, like, what's up?
So
where's that? So I'll make sure to be on his line this weekend coming up.
Yes. Make sure you text him in the group chat so I can see too, so he know both our asses watching.
Just to make sure, where's that shroomy boomy doomies?
This is gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm excited.
But thank y'all. Make sure you're commenting, listening.
Which one do you want to cheers with?
I drank all mine.
Oh shit, you did.
So they're gone.
Well, then back to what Kapri was saying.
Share, subscribe, comment, engage. We need you. And we love you. So thanks for keeping up.
Yes, with So Palate.
So Palate. Peace. Bye, y'all.